Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you, Mike, for that introduction. Welcome all. Today, we are going to talk about something cool, something new, and I believe this is going to be the game changer for MySQL, and that's about MySQL ecosystem on ARM. So let's get started. My name is Kranal, and I've been driving this MySQL on ARM initiative. That's quick intro about me. Most of that has been covered, but I have been working in space for quite some time now. Worked with Percona, Oracle, Yahoo Labs, a startup which is now part of Teradata, where also again we developed a world fastest storage engine. Currently, I'm working with Huawei as part of the open source DB group, and I've been driving this MySQL on ARM initiative. So when I say MySQL, I mean it from a generic sense. So it includes MySQL, MariaDB, and Percona, and of course the ecosystem tools that are with it. So that's our agenda for today. We will talk about the growing ARM ecosystem. Then we will see the state of different flavors of MySQL on ARM. We will see why one should run databases on ARM, and then we will talk about the state of the ecosystem. We will end it out with some quick notes about what's coming or what probably the community is moving towards. Okay, so let's talk about the ARM ecosystem. I'm sure by now everyone knows what is ARM, but I think the main point when we think of ARM is from cell phone or network equipment perspective. If you stretch it further, you would discover that a lot of ARM processors are also used in our day-to-day housing appliances and in IoT devices. Especially, in fact, Alexa and all these things already have an ARM processor. If you further stretch it, you would discover that ARM is also used in automobiles, especially with self-driving cars gaining pace and a lot of other electronics coming in the cars and automobile things. It's been fueled by ARM. Space and defense also use ARM. So what's new, or basically something which has started picking up pace lately, is use of ARM in high performance computing. So when we say high performance computing, it typically means software which needs in good number of CPU power to perform databases or big data applications. So let's understand what has been fueling this HPC growth. Of course, ARM is known for its lower ownership cost because it consumes less power, and in terms, it improves the cost performance. And it also do support the Go Green initiative. Also, there is an increasing ecosystem. Like lately, ARM ecosystem has been growing almost on all front. You would say a software is or a variant of it is available in ARM. There is a growing user base and developer base. I think that is a key. A lot of new generation which is entering or joining the community as in general have been using ARM processors or ARM kits during their grads or undergrad days. So they already are used to something to do with ARM. So we are getting a rich user and developer base. Majority of data generating devices are already on ARM. So having even the data processing devices which are in form of databases or big data things would make the circuit complete. But I think what is a game changer is a few years back, if you want to boot a pretty powerful ARM instance, there was no alternative available. Fortunately, in last couple of years, a lot of alternatives have come in. So Huawei Cloud offer ARM instance through its Kunpeng 920. AWS offer ARM Cloud through Graviton 2, and you might have seen Oracle Cloud is also planning to offer ARM instance through Ampere Ultra, and Packet.com already offer it through Ampere Ultra. So I think that is the game changer because now everyone can boot instance quickly and run things on ARM. Beyond that, even you look at majority of the OS providers have ported their OS for ARM, and the ARM port is available. So that also is helping. And applications, whether it's big data databases, now in fact MySQL, MariaDB, and Postgres also from open source community have already available on ARM. Application servers are load balancers. So a lot of these high HPC applications are either being ported or already have a package available on ARM. So ARM is estimated to provide roughly a 30% cost saving compared to the same flavor of x86. So that has been the key driving motivation why user have been thinking towards ARM. And it is estimated by 2030, ARM would be the most booted instances for running HPC applications. So with that quick intro about ARM, let's talk about the state of our databases on ARM. So MySQL. So you may be aware that MySQL already support ARM. There are official packages from MySQL for ARM starting 8.x. Of course, we haven't seen a major or dedicated optimization yet for ARM, but yeah, MySQL has been actively fixing bugs that are being filed or discovered on ARM. But we also know that a lot of optimization work that MySQL has done lately, they have been considering that the number of cores in the next generation CPUs is going to be higher and higher. So they have been using sharded counters and all these designs so that it's scalable with increasing number of cores. There is a very active community contribution for ARM. More than 30 plus patches has been contributed. Most of them are performance related, and fortunately in past couple of months we saw some good traction from MySQL side. A few community patches got accepted. Beyond that, I think they are also trying to work it out internally to further improve the ARM in general, or perform MySQL optimized on ARM. So that is good thing. Hope the same traction will continue even further. Now, MySQL beyond server also offer other supporting tools. So, for example, MySQL router, which is from load balancer category, or shell, which is from smart shell category, MySQL connectors from connector category, and of course, group replication, which is from HA category, but it is inherent to server. So there's no separate package as such. But MySQL also offers some things beyond the server. So that shows that MySQL is pretty serious in these things, because they have also considered other ecosystem tools. These are some major contributions. Typical related to optimizations of MySQL on ARM that community has contributed. Checksums, which is from hardware category. Memory barriers, ARM being weaker memory model, you need to ensure that a proper memory barrier is used. NUMA aware construct, using sharded counters and making sure the connections are scalable. 64-bit optimizations, cache lines are different in ARM, so making sure that the things are tuned. Switching to optimal use of C++, atomics, which is now possible easily with C++11, and spin loop optimizations, and much more. I've just covered some representative things, but yes, as I said, there are 30 plus contributions there. Percona server. So, Percona server doesn't have official packages for ARM yet, but we know it compiles, and we have, ourselves compiled it and run it successfully on ARM, except TokuDB and Myrox. Percona server being fully upstream compatible, we can expect all the optimizations and fixes done for ARM by upstreams will be inherited by Percona server too. The good thing about Percona server is it enjoy a very good community support. Even before other vendors started coming up with their packages for ARM, a lot of users out of curiosity started trying databases or MySQL on ARM, and they opted to try Percona server on ARM. So they tried it on varied architecture. So that is very good thing about it. MariaDB. So MariaDB also has official packages on ARM. In fact, on wider distro, they have packages on CentOS, REHL, and Ubuntu. In fact, they are also working on more distro. They were first to optimize and support things on ARM. So they are very active. They are also accepting patches for ARM, whether it's correctness or performance. And they are also evaluating their new features, or any small thing which they make change and which has potential to make a performance impact. They not only evaluate on x86 these days, but they also try to see if they could evaluate on ARM, and as a community we do support that, and we help them evaluate some of those things too. uh, but what lacks on the MariaDB front is ecosystem support. For example, their connectors and the max scale, which is their load balancer thing, we don't have yet packages on ARM. So maybe if community start pushing, they will surely get those packages on ARM too. Again, optimization. So most of the optimizations have been folded by MariaDB, and they are on the same line which we talked about for MySQL. So a lot of good optimizations has already been folded and made optimal to suit MariaDB things. So with that state of databases, now let's see why someone should run database on ARM. Now before we get into, we are going to look at some benchmarking number, but before we look at the benchmarking numbers, I think it's we need to understand this CPM model. We are going to have a quick intro, because you, of course, you can read the detail on the blog, but the idea is this: ARM is all about lower cost and with more computing power. So maybe the core is not that powerful compared to x86, but you will have n number of cores for the same cost. So the idea to exploit this particular fact, we need a model which will help us be fair and help baseline it with the x86. So we developed this CPM, or cost performance model, and which can help us exploit this fact. So let's understand it quickly. So the idea, if you try to boot a instance of a same flavor instance on ARM and x86, as you could see from the chart, that almost on all cloud provider, ARM instance will be cheaper. The range is between 20 to 50, but we can safely assume that on an average 30% cost saving could be achieved by booting a same flavor instance on ARM. So that makes it easier. We can run MySQL on ARM on x86 on same flavor, and we can say that, okay, well, if MySQL on ARM performs on par with x86, we have achieved a 30% saving. But there are challenges. That's a typical way how traditionally we have been doing things, but there are challenges with this because the architecture is different. So there are CPU frequency differences. Intel has turbo mode for lower frequencies. There are CPU generation difference. Getting the same kind of CPU is difficult. X86 has hyper threaded cores. ARM doesn't have that kind of thing. Their NUMA arrangements are different. With increasing core, the NUMA arrangement could be different. Memory differences are there, and even scheduler. So what I've heard is starting 5.x onwards, Linux has improved support for or basically more NUMA nodes, or so hopefully that will improve how the things are getting scheduled with more number of cores. So with these challenges, we just looked out at the problem in a different way. What if we keep the cost constant and we try to analyze the throughput? And if the throughput for ARM is more, we can see that TPS per USD from ARM is more. If I state it other way, if I have X USD to be spent, I can get M ARM resources and N x86 resources. So can these extra resources from ARM help improve performance? More formally, given the on-par cost of both the resources, can we exploit ARM variant to its fullest benefit and get better performance when compared to x86? Okay, so let's understand this, what we meant from that data point, right? So if I have 3500 USD to be spent, and on Huawei Cloud I could get a 12 vCPU, 48 GB of x86 VM, and for the same cost, or roughly same cost, I could get an ARM instance which will have 24 vCPUs. So double the number of vCPUs, for and the memory remain the same. So you could now make a make it out that for same cost you are getting double the, almost double the computing power in terms of computing power, since the frequency difference is there. But yes, you are getting double the number of cores and almost double the computing power. So that is a 2x difference. That 2x more computing power could be obtained for same cost when you compare x86 to ARM. Now, of course, the difference we talked about is VM, and if you go to bare metal, where normally MySQL and all these setups are run, the difference is even higher. The infrastructure I have access to, we have seen a difference in range of 2.5 to 5x. That's pretty huge difference, and that is a computing power difference. So with that CPM thing in place, let's see if we could benchmark and what numbers we could get. So we have used Sysbench. We will try or kind of do experiment with CPU and IO bound workloads. We have used latest GA releases. Now, of course, MySQL release 8.0.22 just couple of days back, but we have used 8.0.21. And Percona server, we have used the release branch 8.0.21, which is still in progress, but we just used it and we build it because there are no official packages. We consider test scenarios for all front, as in the read only and the read write and the update use cases, and machine configuration. So when I said this is bare metal, so for a same cost, I have kept the memory same. You could see the storage is also same for both the things. So keeping everything same, I allowed to change the computing powers. And what I got is for the same cost, I could get 28 HT core, that is hyper-threaded core of x86, and I could get 64 cores of ARM. That is more than like 2.25x difference between the two. So that is the magnitude of difference that we could see when switching to things to ARM. Now let's see this extra computing power. If MySQL, Percona, and MariaDB could use it, we can say that ARM has performed better. So this is the results for MySQL CPU bound uniform. So we will see uniform and Ziphian. Uniform touches all the keys in the database. So it represents lesser contention, but more amount of IO. And will Ziphian will only touch part of the keys. So it represent more contention. So as you could see here, on all front, the blue line represent ARM and the red line represent x86. And you could see that on all front, ARM start to scale better and have been performing better than x86. For lower scalability, ARM may lag or may, there could be a small gap with x86. But once it crossed that scalability point, ARM just scores better. And in fact, for read write use cases, ARM start to scale better even with lower scalabilities. So I think that is the key, right? With increasing extra computing power that have been given to ARM for the same cost, ARM has able to show up the better performance. And so, sorry, and that is the I think that is the key with respect to the computing things. Now let's talk about IO bound workload. We saw CPU bound. IO bound means not complete data fits into the memory. So here too, as you could see, ARM has been performing way better. It has been scaling even for read write workload for lower scalability. And once it crossed the scalability point, you could see there is a significant difference with respect to ARM. CPU bound Ziphian. So Ziphian, as I said, represent a contention case. So we thought we will also put that, and we'll also test it. So as again, you could see that ARM has been performing better even with CPU bound Ziphian case, and that is IO bound Ziphian. So same thing, ARM continue to perform. And if you say that, oh well, my workload is more like TPCC kind of workload, as you could see here too, it continue to perform. In fact, once the low scalability point is crossed, ARM, the difference significantly grows, and with higher scalability the difference is almost 2x compared to x86. So this is what Sakila has to say. I can sail faster with ARM. Now let's talk about Percona server. Now Percona server, of course, doesn't have its own optimized fixes, but since they have inherited the things from upstream, the pattern is almost the same. So you could see that CPU bound uniform, it is scaling. IO bound uniform, it is scaling, and CPU bound Ziphian to it is scaling, and IO bound Ziphian to it is scaling. So even Percona server continue to scale and run faster with ARM. So that's what Percona server has to say. I can run faster with ARM. Let's talk about MariaDB. So again, MariaDB CPU bound uniform. So as you could see, again, even with MariaDB, ARM continue to scale better and outperform x86. And that's CPU bound Ziphian. The same thing, you could see that ARM always continue to better than x86. We haven't considered the IO bound use cases because there have been some regression, generic regression, nothing to do with ARM, that they are fixing, and hopefully they are fixed in the upcoming release of MariaDB. And that's what CLAN has to say. I can swim faster with ARM. So isn't that good? All you pick any database of your choice, and you could get better performance just by switching to ARM for the same cost. But let's understand what it means from end user perspective, right? What does this increased performance means? So that's the thing, right? For the given cost, running an instance on ARM can give you more throughput. And if you put it in data points front, then let's assume that I've taken a sample data point from one of the results we just saw. And for 1024 scalability, we could see that the ARM TPS is higher than x86 TPS, and the magnitude is, and which in turns means the TPS per USD is higher for ARM. So for same cost, you are going to get more TPS from ARM, and the magnitude is 42%. In fact, this is with the range is even wider. I've just considered one such data point. So you get more TPS at same cost. Of course, user may think what it means to me, because if I'm going to invest same cost, what, how does it justify the saving? And let's look at from this perspective. I think this is a common question all the DBA face, and in fact, in current pandemic, I'm sure everyone wants to keep control on the cost, but still want to grow because everything is switching to online. So the question is, can I scale the database without migrating database and keeping the cost constant? So the traditional solution is go get new MySQL servers, or basically a better hardware or larger hardware, but of course it will cost you. You will have to pay good amount of extra cost. Or you can switch to ARM, same cost, same database, same environment, just more performance. So nothing changes. You just switch to ARM and you just scale your database better than before, and not even the cost change. And not only ARM is cost effective, it also support the Go Green initiative, because it's also the power efficient thing. And if you have something, and I think that's a typical setup most of the user has, you have a master slave or HA kind of setup. It's very much possible that with ARM, what since the throughput is higher from single server, to attend the same throughput, you would probably need lesser resources, as we show in the picture. And you may, in other terms, it means lesser instance, lesser cost, and same throughput. Okay, so for the same number of or lesser number of instances, you could get the same throughput. So this is the message. Any flavor, MySQL, Percona, MariaDB, any workload, whether it's a CPU bound or IO bound, any pattern, whether it's read only, read write, any configurations. We saw contention, non-contentions, any setup, single node, multi-node, ARM always score. So ARM is not meant to help with a particular use case. ARM thing is going to help you, or MySQL on ARM is going to help you on all front. Whatever is your setup, whatever is your way of working, load and everything, ARM is always going to help you. Now let's talk about the state of the ecosystem. So when a user adopt a server, a lot of other tools are needed. Now, especially important, but with respect to server, since MySQL and MariaDB officially support ARM, correctness issues will be taken care of with the same priority and seriousness like x86. In fact, we saw that in past. Database on ARM is generally is growing, and MySQL is not an exception. So MySQL on ARM community is also expanding. A lot of people are getting interested in moving, given the cost advantage and the performance advantage we saw. So but let's put it in terms of more concrete things, in terms of tools. Now some of these tools are already ported on ARM. We'll talk about them. Some of them is work in progress, and some of them are still, we hope to see them coming up in due course. So server, we talked about. Backup, Maria backup is already part of this, their installation. Percona extra backup, if you're used to that, then we officially, of course it is not, but we could compile it and successfully use it to take backup for Percona and MySQL servers. HA replication, Binlog, InnoDB cluster, again inherent to MySQL. Galera cluster, we tried it with MariaDB and it worked. We haven't tried the vanilla flavor yet, or even the PXE flavor, but we think it will just work, since it works, the baseline thing works. Tools, Percona toolkit being a Perl script, we were able to execute it easily on ARM. MySQL shell officially again supported on ARM. Load balancer, router, official packages on ARM. Proxy SQL, there is some work in progress about that. Max scale, as we just talked about, we need community support to make sure that packages are available. Connectors, MySQL have official packages for connectors. Monitoring tool, PMM, it again works with ARM. We have again have a blog about it, that how you can monitor MySQL on ARM using PMM. And then of course there are other tools. So ideally what what we want is from every category we want at least one tool to make sure that the ecosystem or the stack is complete. And in fact for we are fortunate that we have at least not more than one tools available from each category. The green represent official packages, blue represent works, and red represent not yet available. So as you could see, you can at least click on one of the options, and almost on all category one or two tools are available. And we eventually want to say everything turns green, but I think with community support that is possible. So if community start asking, I'm sure vendors will start providing official packages for it. But even without that, things are working fine. A lot of like MySQL and MariaDB already have some packages available for ARM. What is the missing gap in the ecosystem though? We need more distro support. For example, MySQL currently only supports and REHL 7 and 8, so they could expand it to Ubuntu and Debian and all. Fortunately, MariaDB is better on that front. Docker images, official Docker images would help so that we can use it on Kubernetes and all. Sharding solutions, for example, we just saw talks about vtest and all. So these supporting tools, if they could also start supporting things on ARM, that would be easier. Migration tools, and there are other lot of other supporting tools. I've just considered the mainline tools. So eventually everything is going to of course get supported. So that's the push that probably community can help us with. So a quick thing about what's moving forward. So as a community, we are going to push for more performance improvement. As you already saw, there are a lot of performance improvement all contributed to, and we are going to look for the completion of ecosystem, more distro Docker images. We as a community, we already continue to try explore things, see if all the combinations are working fine or so, and if there are problems, then we report it back accordingly. So I think as a community, we are trying to see how we could quickly get the closure, or not closure, I would say the expansion of the ecosystem. And then it's a pretty good progressing, right? We already got most of the mainline tools covered from that perspective. Okay, so that's all I have to say. And of course, you can read more about it. I have an active blog, MySQL on ARM. You can also, by the way, there are Slack channels. If you're not aware, MySQL community Slack, there is a channel called MySQL on ARM, and MariaDB use Zulip chat. There is a dedicated channel MariaDB on ARM for the MariaDB, MySQL and Maria on ARM efforts. And of course, you can reach me on, that's my email IDs. And you can also follow me on the Twitter, so that you could get updates about what's happening in this ARM eco space. And I think that's the going to be the next biggest thing coming up in the MySQL space. So let's see, when are you guys going to move your databases on ARM? Thank you.
Thanks, Kunal. That was great. So now we're going to open up for some questions. I'll go ahead and hit up the first one here. Given that the ecosystem is still evolving, do you think it's the right time to try MySQL on ARM right now?
Good question. So I would answer it two way. One, of course, is well, the ecosystem is evolving, but there are official packages available from for the servers, or even beyond server for other tools from respective vendors. And of course, for any production user to reach to that stage, a user is going to take some time evaluating the things. And with the serious players, like including Oracle Cloud is also now going to offer ARM instances. So I think there is already enough amount of confidence that is there in the community that this is going to be a long term things and not going to die. Amazon, Huawei, Oracle, everyone have invested their time and money to get the ARM instances. So yes, so I think it is a good time. You can start trying, you can start evaluating, you can report the feedback if there are any. And it would take some time for you to get adjusted, understand the economics and all. And then over a period of time, by then a lot of other things will catch up, and then you can start moving on. Mike.
Cool, thanks. One more question we've got. Do you think we lose any functionality compared to like an x86 architecture if we switch to use MySQL on ARM?
Good question again. So I think that's a very good thing, right? So fortunately, we don't lose on anything. So we don't know of any feature either in MySQL or in MariaDB that has been marked that this doesn't work on ARM or this is beta on ARM. So everything has been GA'd on ARM. So anything which you have been using on x86 will be available on ARM as it is.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.